Alright, boob tube. Time to get working on the track things that I need to do. So let's go ahead and get you turned around here. I've already changed the oil, actually in the process of adding oil back to it. Because I pulled the starter motor, and from the oil that is on the back of the starter motor, let's see if I can show you down here. Oh, it looks like I've wiped it all off. But this oil right here is very much gear oil and not motor oil, because the motor oil that I use is bright blue because it is Valvoline's VR1 synthetic. So that tells me that this is gear oil, which means that I get to pull the transmission today and see if I can't fix the front main seal that appears to be leaking. So let's dive into that. I'm gonna save the oil out of the trans since it's the Motorcraft stuff that's super duper expensive, so it's like $20 a quart or something like that. So let's go on ahead and reuse most of it. I have a 3-pin douche connector here so that I can drop the PPF down without having to do a whole bunch of wiring stuff. Front. Let's go on ahead and slide this bad boy in. There we go. I am very convinced that that right there is gear oil now. Oh, there's my problem right there. That wasn't even tight. I bet that's the issue. That one wasn't tight either. Huh. It's supposed to be some sort of gasket or RTV between the plate and the front of the trans, and it doesn't seem like there's one there. So I will clean this up, clean that up, red RTV it, replace this seal, even though it's still soft, but I've got a replacement, so I might as well replace it and fix the problem here. But yeah, so looks like gear oil is pumped through the front of this, and it runs between the bottom and top gear. Even though these are sealed, they're probably open on the back end, so there's no reason for this to even happen other than to keep the seal lubricated on here. So that blows it. That whole thing is because of a couple dumb little things like that. So I will get this all cleaned up and back together. So clean that up. It's ready for our TV. Cleaned up the inside as well. Placed the seal. Put a couple dabs of grease to hold the shim in while I'm putting everything back together. So I'm going to smear some RTV and put that on, kind of snug it, and then let it dry for about 15 and 20 minutes, and then actually like pull it down. Let's get a little bit extra. All right, got the transmission back in. About to fill it up with the used oil that was in it. I didn't record me sticking it back in there. It's just a bunch of me yelling and cussing at the transmission trying to get it back in. So, you know, standard stuff if you've ever put a transmission in by yourself. But once I had got the system, once I remembered the system for sticking them in a Miata, it went very good. So I'm gonna fill this trans up, and hopefully that fixes my big leaks. Of course, you're not filling something up with gear oil if you don't spill some of it, but it's mostly full. I gotta get another bottle. Looks like that amount is probably the amount that I need to have it full, so yay! All right, got the 3D model of the much larger water pump pulley that I gotta test fit on here. It's large enough to where it doesn't fit on the stock one, so you have to pull the stock one off or replace the stock one to fit it. So I'm gonna do that and test fit this and make sure that all the bolt holes line up and all that fun jazz. All right, that fit pretty good. The only issue that I have is I think my hole for the whatever this nub that sticks out is a little tight, but it's a nice snug fit, so I'll just enlarge that a smidge. And to give you an idea of how much bigger this pulley is than the factory pulley, that's the factory water pump pulley. That's how much it needs to slow down. This one is like 3 1/4, and that is 5 inches in diameter. So that is everything that needs to be done, and thus here is the crank pulley, and you can clearly see that it does not fit. So I have to order the much smaller pulley that is available for the from Racing Beat for this to fit. So that is the next thing, and then this thing will be back together and ready for another test run. Alright, so I've been busy since the last time that I actually filmed a part of this update that's going in the same video. This video has been like a month and a half long. But I have 3D printed a carbon fiber pulley. I have ran the car so far with that pulley, and it looks great. I have also redone the exhaust. If you follow me on any of the other social media, I've completed all that, but the car is all back together. I'm actually in the process of, I'm waiting on a radiator shroud that I have designed that's gonna go over the sway bar so it encapsulates that, so I can actually put a big boy fan on it, which is this guy right here. So this one fan does more than those two fans combined, so hopefully it helps keep the car way cooler. But that's the update for that. Hopefully I'll get this video up real quickly and have you guys all updated on that. So But quick update on the truck. I have started a new exhaust. I'm gonna dump the factory fuel tank, which is right there. I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm gonna have a side exit right here, comes out 90 somewhere underneath this step somewhere, that runs the full length of the frame rail. Let's see if you can see in there. See the new downpipe that I've built so far. But in order for me to do that, I have to put a fuel cell in the truck. So I'm going to do one of the rear mount ones that I've actually ordered and waiting for it to be delivered. But it will mount behind the spare tire in front of the bumper here, and it'll have one of those flush mount little lids that you can fill it from right here. So that's the update for the truck. It's also going to be I'm going to rebuild the fuel system to be E85 capable, even though the fuel pump that's in it will not be enough to run E85, straight E85 with the amount of power that the truck's making. But I can run like E30, E35, or mix it with 93, mix 93 and E85 at the fuel pump, and have maps set up in the ECU that if it sees an uptick in ethanol content, that it'll turn the boost up and turn the ignition up a little bit. But that's it for now. Hopefully I'll finally post a all joined together video after I think like 2 or 3 months. But all of the fixes are done on that, and soon should hopefully, with all the mods, be able to drive it on the street and around at the track and stuff a lot better, and it not get super duper hot. But that's it for now, guys. I'll see you later.